Hi everyone, Angie Smith here. Thank you for watching. Welcome back. I'm a Scentsy fragrance consultant. That's our new title. And I received the 10 new, spanking new fall winter 2025 catalog scents. So I wanted to go through and sniff these out for you. I have yet to warm them, but I did want to give you my first sniff or cold sniff impressions. Then I'm going to sample and warm these, and then I will come back and give you a warm review prior to these launching on September 1st. So I do have the condensed catalog that Scentsy's putting out. They've decided to go more digital. I know we've talked about this before, but if you're new here, Scentsy's always released a paper catalog. They are leaning more towards digital, and they are doing a condensed version of the catalog. So I have the digital version up right now, as we do not have access to the paper. The actual physical copies will drop tomorrow on the 15th that we can order as consultants. But I do want to go through the 10 new scents. So the first new scent, I'm doing this in alphabetical order because the scent list is in alphabetical order. And it is by category, so I do have to find this. So Blankets of Love is the first scent, and I'm going to guess that this is in the fresh category. Let's see if I'm right, and I am wrong. It's actually in the woods category. That's kind of surprising for me. So I have sniffed these before. Sheer Violet, Cotton Blossoms, and Comforting Woods, and that would be why it's in the woods category. I can see that. It is a very pretty. I would have almost guessed like laundry like. I can definitely see this being in laundry. It's not that clean laundry smell, but like, you know, like a Downy or like clothesline, but it is one that I could see them putting in the clean, like the laundry line. You definitely get like the violet isn't like, it's not floral. It's almost like a pretty perfumey, woodsy type scent for the fall. It does remind me a little of Fluffy Fleece, but not a dupe for it, because again, it doesn't have that full-on laundryness like the Fluffy Fleece. But to me, I think they're in the similar family. It is pretty. It does smell like it's going to be a lighter scent, so we'll see on warm. But that is pretty. Blankets of Love. Next up, again, going in alphabetical order, is Buttered Pumpkin Dream. And I'm going to take a guess at this one and say it is in the bakery. And it is not. We'll try spice. So yes, this is in the spice category. Buttered Pumpkin Dream, Warm Chestnuts, Buttered Pumpkin, Spice, and Rustic Cedarwood. So I definitely pick up the spice on this. And I am getting pumpkin. There is a note on this though. What is it? Is it warm chestnuts, buttered pumpkin, spice, rustic cedarwood. I do get the cedarwood, but I almost feel like, I don't know, like the butter part, maybe that's the note I'm getting. So I think of maybe like the hot butter at like a movie theater. Kind of what that smells like. Where it's more like a oily kind of smell than butter. I do have to say, and I did pull this bar out because I wanted to kind of compare. So last year we had brown butter pumpkin, And this is returning in the catalog. So brown butter pumpkin is also in the spice category. It's melted butter, brown sugar, and pumpkin. So it doesn't have like the warm chestnuts or the rustic cedar wood. But I like this one better. I do like, and I did like how this one performed last year. I still have yet to melt the buttered pumpkin dream one. But I do like the brown butter pumpkin better. And I think it's because it has like the brown sugar. It's more to me like a pumpkin dessert, like casserole baked with like a almost like a brown sugar topping. Where I see what Scentsy was trying to do with the buttered pumpkin dream, they put, it's got more spice in it, because I do pick up the spice. They added like that cedar wood, so it's kind of got like a woodsy note. But again, I feel like there's that, and then I don't know if it's what they're considering like the butter part, that oily kind of note. But there is a different note with this one. Again, it could come together on warm, but I like the brown butter better. Put that down. Next up is Emerald Pear Blossom. And let's see, I found this in the fruity. So Emerald Pear, White Cranberry, and Amber Blossom. So it's very fruity. I get the fruity pear right off the bat. It's not bad. Honestly, this is a scent. It's almost like it's fruity, and I don't know that, I don't want to say this, but it kind of reminds me of a scent that I would warm maybe like on January 1st, like a New Year's celebration kind of scent. Like right after we're done with the heavy spice, bakery, woodsy Christmas scents, tree scents. And then on New Year's, you do this celebration, and I think of like bubbly champagne and all of that. And that's kind of what I would think, is to do that. This scent maybe January 1st, or you could always do this as a transition into that fall before you hit the spice scents. And do that end of the summer, like fruitiness still, but we're going into fall. Because I don't know, I do feel like this is more of like a year-round type scent versus than just a fall scent, which is good, probably for areas who don't have the seasonal changes like we do, and they stay warm most of the year. This is probably a good scent for that as well. But that is fruity. It is pear, and it doesn't smell like it's going to be too bad of a scent. And it smells like it'd be pretty strong on cold. So that was Emerald Pear Blossom. And next up is Frosted Marshmallow. I do think this is the only bakery one that we are getting new this year. Frosted Marshmallow is sparkling cinnamon, marshmallow, and buttercream frosting. So on first note, I do think this would be similar to like cinnamon buttercream. I do actually have that bar handy. I picked that up in the recent flash sale. So right off the bat, I do get like that cinnamon note. It's kind of reminding me of like the fried ice cream, which I actually just picked up also in clearance. Or maybe the churro bar. And I am picking up like that marshmallow. Now, if this is a good performer, this is going to be fantastic. because it does remind me of like the cinnamon sugar on like an elephant ear or like a funnel cake kind of thing. So it is giving me those like fall festival vibes. Like I am thinking funnel cake, elephant ears. I like it. Again, this is club worthy. If it performs, it's definitely club worthy for me. Love that. Frosted marshmallow. I did want to give cinnamon buttercream a sniff. And you know, cinnamon buttercream is more buttercream with a hint of cinnamon. Where I do think this frosted marshmallow is more cinnamon with a hint of marshmallow. And I think the marshmallow is there, so maybe like an equal play in that, but it's definitely like cinnamon forward, but it is the like cinnamon sugar forward and not like the spicy cinnamon like you would think of like in an apples and cinnamon stick kind of thing. I like it. I'm for it. It's one I think you could warm all year round. But frosted marshmallow. Next up, in alphabetical order, golden. What is that? Golden Sunflower Fields. Let's see if I can find this. This is in the fruity category. It is red apple, fields of hay, fresh picked sunflowers. Now I know we did not get back scarlet sunflower this go round, but we did get back, it was hay. Is it hay? Must be in the fresh category. Yes, hay rides came back, which is fresh hay, cedar wood, and crisp apple. And then we do have like autumn road trip still, which is also in the fruity category, along with the golden sunflower fields. And this kind of reminds me of both, like the hay rides and a little bit of the autumn road trip. Now, autumn road trip is still my favorite fall scent, but I think this will be nice. This is definitely like a transition into fall. You get the apple. It's not like, I wouldn't call this like floral. It's more fruity with the apple, but you get like those vibes and those scents that they say is like a sunflower or like the hay rides, that fresh. It reminds me of being like outdoors at like your apple, I want to call it a patch, but it's like an apple orchard, or like your pumpkin patches, or those kind of places you go in the fall to pick things. That gives me those vibes for sure. And that's why I said it's kind of like that transition into fall before it gets too cold. But the golden sunflower fields, it does smell like that's going to be a pretty decent performer on cold. All right, next up, Lavender Woods. And I'm going to take this into the woody category, and we'll see if I'm right. Yes, it's in the woods. It's lavender, cedarwood, and amber. Purple. I like this a lot. I am not a lavender scent fan. It's definitely like that lavender woodsy. And you definitely get some of that amber. I think this is gorgeous. There is a scent from Yankee Candle. I think it's called like dried lavender and woods maybe. It's kind of along this lines. This is gorgeous. I like it. Like I said, I'm not the biggest lavender fan. Usually I will pass lavender scents over, but I like that a lot. Lavender Woods. All right, next up is Old Fashioned Evening. Let me see where this landed. That is in the fruity category. And I have to say, this is my favorite one. So spoiler alert with this. I absolutely love this on cold. If this performs on warm, the way it smells in the clam, this is my favorite for sure. Winter Cherry, Vanilla Orchid, and Sandalwood. It's a beautiful cherry red. I love this. It is definitely cherry. What were the other scent notes on this? A Vanilla Orchid and Sandalwood. I love sandalwood and scents. This is definitely like a cherry vanilla type scent. There was a cherry vanilla, and I think that might be what it was called, but in a Bring Back My Bar a few rounds ago. Absolutely love that scent. Strong, strong performer in my open. And there was a slight note in that, though, that was a little bit off-putting, and why I didn't keep it in my club. But I love the performance on it. This almost reminds me of that without that off-putting note. And again, if this performs like that one, this is amazing. This is really good. Old Fashioned Evening. All right, Velvet Cashmere Woods. And I'm gonna find this in the woods category. So this is Creamy Cashmere, Velvet Vanilla, and Sheer Woods. And I think this might be the scent that replaced Cashmere and Corduroy, which is not returning. This scent is beautiful. It is. It's gorgeous. So you definitely pick up that like creamy cashmere. It is a little bit woodsy. And it's a creamy, I can tell that probably velvet vanilla. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it's probably just a pretty vanilla with it. This would be fantastic in body care. It would be great for the bedroom. It does smell lighter on cold sniff. So, you know, we'll know once we warm it how strong this throw is, but it is a beautiful bedroom body care type scent for the fall. You know, if you like cozy cardigan, you like cashmere and corduroy, this is definitely in that family. It is very pretty. Like I said, it is lighter than the cashmere and corduroy though, so we'll see how that performs on warm. White Oak Woodland. This is also in the woods category. We got quite a few in the woods. Velvet Plum, Creamy Sandalwood, and White Oak. Now, if you didn't notice, Scentsy's actually going to move to new packaging style. So these old styles with the pictures, it's going to be more of a plain. They are going to have the scent notes on the packaging, but it is going to be plain. But they probably made these bars before they decided to make the change with the new logo and new design. I definitely get the oak, so it is very woodsy. You get the oak note. I don't know that I'm necessarily getting like the plum, but I can pick up like the sandalwood. Like it's a oaky, it's very oaky forward. But it's pretty. I love woodsy type scents. And I love this one. I think it smells like it's going to be a good performer. It's definitely one I'm going to try out in my open. But White Oak Woodland. And then the last of the 10 new scents is Wild Pine and Linen. And this one is in the fresh category. It is Crisp Air, Lavender, Oak Moss, White Pine, and Clean Linen. I like it. I am not a laundry fan. This is definitely laundry. I can totally see this coming in the laundry line. It's not introduced this year, but I definitely see this coming. And it is pretty. I might even be able to tolerate this scent. It's very clean. You get like that linen. Again, it's very laundry smelling if you like laundry scents. And you get definitely like the pine. It's woodsy. It's very pretty. I like it. And that's Wild Pine and Linen. So if I were to pick a 6-pack, I would definitely pick Old Fashioned Evening. If you want to pick a 6-pack and try these on the first. Lavender Woods, I think, is going to be gorgeous. White Oak Woodland. I would definitely pick up Frosted Marshmallow. That's going to be so fun. It's 4 right there. This Wild Pine and Linen would be 5. And then the 6th one I would try. I think this is going to be a good performer, and I love strong scents. So I would definitely throw Golden Sunflower Fields as the 6th one. Let me know which scent you're most excited for. What would be your 6-pack? Hope this benefits and helps you maybe make some decisions. Let me know if you've smelled them, what your favorites are. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one.